Hello everyone, welcome to Chef Salim's Detailed Recipes channel. I will make lamb chops baked in a clay casserole, zucchini dessert and Turkish women's legs, crispy coated meatballs. I mixed the lamb chops with onion slices and salt and kept them in the refrigerator overnight. I used 7 grams of salt for 1 kilogram of chops and added 2 onions by chopping them with a knife. I will fry the cutlets in thick slices without using a meat tenderizer. I'm peeling the onion slices. I will use exactly 10 thickly chopped long chops. I add some oil to the clay pot and grease the inside. I will use ping pong ball sized onions. Some garlic and carrots. I add the onions whole to the pot. I cut the carrots into large triangular slices. I place the vegetables on the bottom of the pot. I add oil to the iron pan and leave the pan on the fire for 5 minutes to warm up. After the iron pan is completely heated, I add 5 lamb chops. After frying for a minute, I turn the chops to the other side. I fry for another minute and then turn and fry the fatty parts of the cutlets. Fried lamb chops I add to the vegetables in the clay pot. I fry 5 cutlets the same way. I place all the chops in the clay pot. I turn off the heat of the pan and add sugar, salt, black pepper, chili peppers, thyme, ginger and cumin to the pan. I add water immediately after mixing a little to prevent the spices from burning. I add about 3 glasses of bone broth that I previously frozen in molds. Since I added salt to the lamb chops beforehand, I did not add much salt to the sauce. I add some more garlic on the chops. I add rosemary and bay leaves. I add the cooking sauce I prepared by pouring it over the cutlets. After wetting the baking paper, I crumpled it with my hand and will cover the bottom of the lid with paper. You can also use aluminum foil. It will remain in the oven for 2 hours at 170 degrees. Now I will make a salad with the ingredients I have at home. I'm giving birth to sweat. I'm chopping curly lettuce. I grate radish. I'm grating carrots. I add chopped purple cabbage. After mixing the ingredients in my hand, it will wait aside, and when I serve, I will add olive oil, pomegranate syrup, lemon juice, salt, maybe a little grape vinegar. I am making plain rice pilaf. I use jasmine rice to make it grainy rice. For jasmine rice, I add 1.5 glasses of water to 1 glass of rice. Pumpkins that I chopped the day before and placed on a tray to make pumpkin dessert. I use 250 grams or 300 grams of sugar for 1 kilogram of pumpkin. I add half a glass of water. The water in the tray is the pumpkin's own juice. I used a few cloves and half a pack of vanilla. I will boil the pumpkins on the fire for 15 to 20 minutes. Maybe half an hour, until they become soft. I open the lid occasionally and check when the pumpkins are completely soft. The pumpkins should fall apart when you touch them. After cooking this way, roast them in the oven for 10 minutes. When the pumpkins are caramelized and slightly browned, I take them out of the oven. I will prepare women's leg meatballs and fries for the children's menu. For the detailed recipe of kadimbudu meatballs, I leave a link in the upper right corner. I had prepared it the day before. In short, I roast half a kilogram of 1 kilogram of minced meat with onions and cool it down. Half of the minced meat will be cooked and the other half will be raw. I add 100 grams of boiled rice and spices. I used cumin, black pepper, mint sugar, eggs and some baking powder. After mixing the meatballs, they should wait in the fridge for a while. I use flour, egg and bread crumbs for the outer coating of the meatballs. I prepare the meatballs with a ladle to an average of 80 grams. I shape the meatballs flat with my hands. I add flour to the meatballs I shape flat. I add oil to the baking tray. After covering the meatballs completely with flour, I add them to the beaten egg. After coating the meatballs with egg, I add them to the breadcrumbs and cover them completely with breadcrumbs. The ingredients stick to your hands a little. If you are going to make this meatball, it would be good to have a helper with you. After placing the crispy meatballs on the tray, I add oil and grease them completely with a brush. These meatballs are normally deep fried, but you can also fry them in the oven this way. I fry the meatballs on the oven's frying setting for 12 minutes. I check the lamb chops. As you can see, it continues to boil. The taste of this clay pot is truly wonderful. Now I am serving the food. I added the salad, lemon olive oil, pomegranate syrup and vinegar and placed it on plates as I said. Pilaf looks simple and beautiful. 2 lamb chops will be enough for 1 person. Cooked onions and carrots on the side. I add crispy meatballs, fried potatoes, and a little bit of the juice from the cutlets and serve it like this. I serve pumpkin dessert with tahini and walnuts. Bon appetit! Don't forget to click the like button and turn on the bell notification. See you again in a new video. Stay with love. Goodbye.